Mikleo, look! It's just like what was in the Celestial records.
It's the Leaning Tower. I didn't know that it would be this big.
Great, it's raining. This sucks.
Not for me. It's nice and dry inside Saray.
That is whole new levels of creepy. Damn it! Why can't I be a dumb dry ghost too?
Snacks are done.
Ready, everyone?
When peacocks threaten their foes, they recover health.
Jeez, what a pain.
You gotta give them...
Howling Blade! Full tempest! Right! Blades of light! Rose Reaver! How's this? Howling Deluge! And we'll smite evil! Let's give it up!
Still more! Right on!
Tricky Demon! Next! Be gone! Freeze Blaster!
Pretty good, right? Radiant Heat! Clear shot! We can get fire! Stop! God, let's eat! Quick, quick!
Come on, everyone!
There! Stop!
I showed them. Ready for this? Water!
Let's get them before they fly away.
That goose flew the chicken coop.
That doesn't quite make sense.
Disappear!
Be gone! Be gone! Strike! Be gone! Strike! It's over! Concentrate your attacks! Yeah! Strike! Tricky Demon! Nope! You dropped it! Nice job, Mikleo!
You've been slacking off, haven't you?
Even out of the rain, it's still so cold.
I'll say.
Damn.
Ugh, they've gone from scary to annoying. Still, to think Seraphim sneeze just like we do.
Whoa. This place is huge!
Yes, Pendrago is the largest city on the Glenwood continent.
Where can we find an inn?
I recommend the one directly in front of the plaza.
Sergei!
He's one of the Cardinal's subordinates. I tried to apprehend him, but well, you saw what he was like.
His movements were incredible.
You could tell, right? It was a Hellion.
The Cardinal's underling is a Hellion? Then
Forgive me, sir. He's escaped into the Shrine Church.
It looks like it's true.
I believe he was likely a messenger of...
I'm cold. You can blather on inside.
Tell us the details after we find shelter from the rain, if you please. Our friends are feeling a bit chilly, and even a seraph can catch a cold.
Friends?
Not that you could tell, since you can't see them.
Forgive me. I should have been mindful of the Seraphim's presence. Let us head for the Knight's Tower. Your wife sure is considerate.
Yep. He still thinks they're married.
This should be a better place to talk.
Did everything go okay? Can we get in the church?
I secured the permissions, but after that last incident, I'm afraid we're likely under high scrutiny.
So what else is new? They weren't big fans of us in the first place.
Yeah, good point. We've got nothing to hide. Let's do it.
Look at that. Ever since Rose joined up with us, I feel like Saray has become so much more proactive.
Too bad it means that much more trouble for us.
Thank you.
It was my decision to begin with. And besides, I've really wanted to see the shrine inside the church.
There's something about you that reminds me of the Pope. He too would never hesitate to spare expenses for the sake of his people.
Oh boy, another masochist.
I see.
I've prepared lodgings for you. I pray that the Seraphim will also be able to rest well tonight.
But Captain, it's been 3 days since last we heard from Boris after his infiltration. I believe we should hurry.
Who's Boris?
The rain may be affecting our food supplies, but I shall prepare our famous Drago stew for you.
Aren't you the least bit concerned? He's your only brother.
I do not wish to burden you with my troubles any more than I already have. Please rest for now.
It's a kind offer. Let's take it.
We will. Thank you. Sergei sure seems like a good guy.
He is. Though I fear he may be a bit too genuine and sincere to command the knights.
I agree. I hope he has what it takes.
We've got plenty of worries of our own. Let's not get hung up on other people's issues.
Phew! Now that was a meal.
Hey, learn some manners.
You sure can eat.
So can these two.
It was surprisingly good. I couldn't help myself.
Drago stew, 85 points.
My policy is eat while you can. It's been ingrained in me since I was a kid. That's the law of a soldier.
A soldier, huh?
Soldier, aren't you and your buddies in an assassin's guild?
Well, you know, it wasn't always like this. We used to be just a band of mercenaries. Not to brag, but they called us the best on the continent.
Is that right?
That's it for me. We've got a job to do tomorrow.
Is Rose's band of mercenaries the one you mentioned before?
The Wind Riders, I believe.
I think I've heard of them. The tale said just 100 of them could scatter a force of 20,000 men and capture 3 castles in one night.
Yeah, they were a legendary band of mercenaries. It's no wonder Rollins itself was their primary employer.
They sound crazy strong.
Strong and loyal. To the point that even the Emperor of Rollins trusted them like his right-hand man. Isn't that right?
It's true. Was true. But then, the Imperial family of Rollins ended up stabbing them in the back, along with the very one I'm seeking vengeance against.
The Imperial family joined forces with Hellions?
Is it that surprising?
I guess not. People and Hellions aren't separate entities after all.
Very true. You can even consider them 2 sides of the same coin.
In fact, if the Cardinal's power is somehow linked to a Hellion, things start to make sense.
It looks like Rose snuck out through the back. Can't take my eyes off her for a second.
Hey, Dazzle!
I wonder if someone ordered an assassination.
Who? And was she asked to do it by herself?
Either way, this is bad.
What's wrong? Why are you all here?
That's what we want to know. Where were you going?
Oh, just taking a walk. Thought maybe I ate too much.
You don't have to follow every whim that pops into your head, damn it.
We thought you might have ditched us to go assassinate someone.
Not yet, silly. That comes later. It's from someone who lost their son in the war that just broke out. Kill the one who started the battle. The invasion was proposed to the Emperor about a year ago, in documents bearing the name of Pope Nisedra.
Huh? You're gonna kill the Pope?
Hold on. How do you know someone didn't just use his name? I thought he went missing after all.
Maybe. But then again, maybe not. It's awfully close to the time he went missing. We'll have to investigate further.
And what if we find out that he's bad?
If it's evil, the Scattered Bones slay it.
Even if it's the Pope?
The Pope, the Emperor, even the Shepherd. Oh, was that inappropriate?
I'm not a fan of that last part, it's true.
It isn't like we walk around all stabby-stabby. We make sure what kind of person our target is first.
I think I understand you better, Rose.
Do you now? Well, that's good.
I'm starting to understand too. Why she bears no malevolence, that is.
Because she's as nuts as he is?
Rose would certainly never tell a lie, that's for sure.
She was always that way. It's in her blood.
Was the Pope the type of person who would just up and start a war?
That's certainly not the impression of him we got from Sergei.
He's the de facto leader of a powerful country. He's probably got more layers than you'd think.
Well, that was easier than we thought.
This looks like an auditorium of sorts for the believers.
Sure looks like a small...
Can you tell me the names of the Seraphim who hold the utmost power, known as the Five Lords?
Musif! Oh, and Eumacia!
Hyanawa and Almanac!
Correct. Now, can you tell me the name of the last one? The Seraph who's worshipped here at the Shrine Church?
Martellus!
That's right! Mao Tellus is the Seraph who has given the entire Glenwood continent his blessing.
The Seraph worshipped at the Shrine Church is Mautellus?
The Five Lords, huh? Big movers and shakers.
I bet Mautellus would know something about how to stand against the Lord of Calamity. He's got to.
Is he really all that?
Well, he's the leader of the Five Lords after all.
You must be Soray. Welcome to the Roland's Church headquarters. I heard you were to visit. Please, come on in.
It's more magnificent than I'd even imagined.
The architecture definitely dates it to the height of the era of Asgard.
Glad to see you're impressed, but don't let your guard down.
This inscription concerns the trial of the shepherd. and the spiritual powers he obtains upon clearing it.
Could the spiritual powers be real?
Buzz, 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 buzz. Be real, real bees. Oh, bees everywhere.
Just possibly. It's like the lettering's meant to tell us something.
But it's all gibberish. It must be some kind of code.
Well, it does involve sensitive info. Maybe there's a hint to crack the code somewhere.
Hey, what does the big rock thing say?
I'm afraid I'm not really sure. The inscription is written in some sort of cipher, and the key to interpreting it is handed down only from pope to pope.
So, I guess we'll have to get the Pope to read it then, huh? Surrey! Something's wrong. Let's get out of here!
I don't feel so good. What is going on?
It's a Hellions domain, just like when we fought Heldalf. They're alive, but...
It's like they've been turned to stone.
Going home already, Shepherd?
Huh?
I am Cardinal Fortin of the Church of Rollins.
This domain, is it yours?
Ah, so you can still move. Why don't you lend me your powers? For the sake of the people, of course.
They asked me the same thing in Highland.
I hardly think myself the equal of a Philistine like Bartlow.
Sounds like something a Philistine would say.
Charming, but sticks and stones and so on, young lady.
Ooh, she's good.
I have but one wish. To see my empire overcome this tumultuous era of chaos. A task only possible if the people are united. But Rollins is far too expansive to unify the people through mere patriotism alone. Shepherd, do you know exactly what it is that the state has used for eons to keep an entire country in line?
Is it... faith?
Yes, faith. It is the belief in their own salvation that inspires in people the greatest sense of unity when they band together against outsiders who share different values. Meaning that my church itself should serve as the cornerstone for all of Rollins.
Maybe in your mind.
It is but the vision of one who would guide the people. With the name and power of the Shepherd, more people than ever can be brought to salvation.
Then you should cooperate with the Knights. Wouldn't that really be what's best for everyone?
I would welcome their efforts if they would simply bend to my will and do as I command. Even if they are a pack of loutish meatheads who can't figure out that their Pope abandoned them.
Wait a minute, the Pope just ran away? You didn't have him locked up?
I am not a street thug, child. The Pope, Macedra, I should say, left of his own accord. Abandoning his duty to both the Empire and his followers. What, pray tell, would you call such a man?
Pretty irresponsible, if what you're saying is true.
Irresponsible is one word, and still there are so many fools out there who trust in such a coward. The Knights, for example. In order to bring the people together, we must find Macedra and give him his due punishment.
Punishment?
Yes, the same punishment that befell those uncivil enough to mistrust me.
Then we have a problem. We need the Pope to tell us the meaning of the inscription.
Why? Cooperate with me and it won't be necessary.
I need to know. No matter what.
Ah, I see. That's very unfortunate. So then you mean to say...
What the?
My body!
That you reject my vision!
Saray! Let's go!
We're leaving.
What? They broke through my domain and connected with the Seraphim, if only just for a moment. Oh, will I relish this.
We disappeared? What the hell was that?
It's called the Spectral Cloak.
You've been practicing in secret, haven't you? That was sweet!
We'll talk later. We've got to flee to the Knight's Tower.
Gotta dash. You go on ahead.
Okay.
The Pope fled of his own volition?
I'm sorry I couldn't get more details. We were sort of running for our lives.
No, that is more than enough. I'm just relieved that you weren't captured.
Thanks for saving us back there.
It's the least I could do.
Seraph Miclio, my humble admiration for your bravery.
It's nothing, really.
It is nothing. All you did was blind her temporarily.
We have to do something about her domain.
Those powers might help. Let's get the Pope to decipher that inscription.
That'll be tough if we don't know where he is. The Knights have been hunting him for a year now with no success.
Yeah, but they were assuming the whole time that the Cardinal was behind the disappearance. Guess what? I think I know where Popadope might be.
You do?
The village of Gadadin on the southern part of the continent. We won't know for sure until we check it out, of course.
How did you get that information?
Well, let's just call it an industry secret. You know how it is.
Of course. I should have expected no less from the wife of the shepherd. Let us send a search team to Gadadin.
Hold on a minute. The Cardinal already expects that our side will be searching for the Pope.
A highly visible squadron of knights would essentially be a bright pink arrow pointed straight at him.
However,
we can operate covertly in small numbers. Let us handle Gadadin.
But that's far too much to ask.
Chill, Captain, we got this. What is it they say? Pope springs eternal?
Abandon Pope! All ye who, don't go to Gadadin.
Okay, settle down.
My thanks, gentle shepherd.
Actually, as for what you can do in return, do you suppose we could get a pass to Rollins? I might be mistaken for an ally of the Highland Army otherwise.
I have seen for myself the quality of your character. I shall prepare it immediately.
Thank you. That's a load off my mind.
There is something I would like to impart to you as well. Would you please step outside for a moment? Do you remember the art I used when we fought against one another? That is the Lion's Howl, an art passed down through our band of knights. I and my younger brother Boris are the only ones alive who know it. But now I pass it to you as well. Wilt thou accept?
Yes.
Well, you're a fast learner. I must apologize that this feeble art is all an oaf like me may offer you.
Don't say that. It's incredible. Thank you so much, Captain Sergei.
You and I stand as equals. You may call me Sergei.
Then you may call me Saray.
Saray, I am loath to believe the Pope just abandoned his post on us. But I also sense that there may be another side to this unfortunate story.
I understand. We'll find the Pope and come back with the truth.
Godspeed.
Rose, was it the scattered bones who found the information on the Pope?
Maybe. Seeing where the church's money was going gave us a little hint.
That's what I thought. You guys sure don't operate in the same way that the Knights do.
Of course not! An Assassin's Guild can't function without proper intel.
Assassins. Right.
Here is your pass, Saray.
Thank you. Our travel should be much easier now.
I wish it were so, but we've received word that Byroclef Ridge, which leads to Gedaten, has been blocked by rock slides.
We could have been on the ridge right now.
If only we'd been a little bolder.
Rose! My punchline!
What's the plan?
You'll have to go through Cambria Caverns, south of the Meadow of Triumph.
An underground passage, huh? No problem.
That's your thing, isn't it?
You bet it is.
A Hellion! Is it one of the Cardinal's guards?
Saray, we have to trick the guard into thinking we're not here somehow.
We made it!
Think we lost the Cardinal with that?
I sure hope so. going to get skunked.
He sure seemed persistent.
How's this? Spread out and attack. How's this? Sweet dreams. Okay. Keep going.
Unleash your hidden power!
Lead the way. Ice breathe now. Lord of War. Don't flag on the fence. Ocean Blitz. Azure Assault. Breakdown. Break on through. Blue Flurry. Ocean Blitz. Azure Assault. Blue Flurry. Breakdown. Blue Flurry. Ocean Blitz. Not yet. Ocean Blitz. Blue Flurry. State Zero. Breakdown. Break on through. Blue Flurry. Ocean Blitz. Break on through. Burst. Ocean Blitz. Burst. Burst. Ocean Blitz. Not your assault. Burst. Ocean Blitz. Down your assault. Blue Flurry. Ocean Blitz. Azure Assault. Burst. Ocean Blitz. Blue Flurry. Burst. Breakdown. Hang on, everyone. Burst. Breakdown. State Zero. Breakdown. Break on through. Blue Flurry. Breakdown. Break on through. Blue Flurry. Breakdown. Pull together. Blue Flurry. Breakdown. Azure Assault. Blue Flurry. Breakdown. Azure Assault. Blue Flurry. Burst. Burst. Breakdown. Break on through. All right. Blue Flurry. Breakdown. Burst. Ocean Blitz. Break on through. Burst. Burst. Blue Flurry. Aim and fire. Breakdown.
Wow, what a cool weapon! Think I could use it too?
You can try, but don't get carried away with it.
It's around here, right? The caverns or whatever, I mean.
Cambria Caverns. He said they were south of the Meadow of Triumph. Is that a monolith?
really think we can get through this way?
Don't worry.
You sound pretty confident. Is it just a hunch?
No. I can feel the wind.
Okay, here goes! Armored centipedes take a low stance when they go for an attack.
Meaning we should attack when it takes that low position.
Tiger Blade!
Also effective on crustaceans.
Blue Fury! Burning shot! Pillars of fire! Blue Fury! Burning shot! Break on through! Burst! Break down! Purgatory fire! Ocean flip! Not yet!
Burning
Blue
shot!
Fury!
Vermilion
Too close!
Burning
Burst!
shot!
Break down! Sweet dreams!
Burn!
Burst!
Burn!
Ocean flip! Break on through!
Everyone okay? We can't hold back if we want to win!
Arts are effective on crustaceans.
Burning shot! Purgatory Burning shot! Pillars of flash!
You act on instinct way too much.
Oh? Did your instincts tell you that?
I think we're close to the exit. Probably.
Did you feel it too?
The wind? I think I kind of did.
Hell yeah! We're home free! Praise the sun! It looks like I spoke too soon.
A Hellion.
What is it doing in a place like this?
Is it bird or beast?
Yeah, the last thing we need is a bunch of flocking griffins.
Rose, a nice young lady really shouldn't.
Come on! I didn't mean it like that!
Choose your birds more carefully.
Dragon Blade! Burning shot! Fire protection! Taurus Spear! Burning shot! Knock it down! Taurus Spear! Fearless Charge! Pillars of flash! Knock it down!
Vermilion Crescent, burn away!
Knock it down! Fearless Charge!
Purgatory Flame! Burning shot! Vermilion Crescent, burn away! Burn away! Vermilion Crescent, burning shot!
Burst! Break down! Break on through!
Vermilion Crescent, burn away!
Burst!
Vermilion
Ocean
Crescent,
Flare!
burning
Break
shot!
on through! Burst! Break down! Azure Assault!
Burn away!
Splitting Ocean Blitz! Azure Assault!
Burning shot! Pillars of flash!
Blistering Fang! Break on through!
Burn away! Vermilion Crescent, burning shot!
Eat this!
Vermilion Crescent, burn away! Vermilion Crescent, burning shot! Burn! Burning shot!
Seeking landscape! Rock Winner! Be gone!
Burn! Burn away!
Dry out!
Vermilion Crescent, burn away!
Be gone!
Burn!
Ripping
Burn
and
away!
Giant! Rock Winner!
Burning shot! Vermilion Crescent, burn away! I'm in
Eat this! Echo Shot!
Vermilion Crescent! Rain of fire! Burn away! Purgatory Flame! Burn! Burn
Run out! Take this! Eat this! Rising sand! Run out! Quiver! Surging landscape!
You're pretty much through.
Feel my way!
We're survivors, no matter the odds.
You are not ready to command the wind yet.
I hate the wind. Huh?
Edna!
You alright?
I just slipped is all.
Boy, we can't take Lady Edna anywhere, can we?
Lady Meebo is talking.
Don't overdo it, Rose.
Tiger Blade!
Burn Crimson! Awaken, Redder!
Ready? Strike! It's over! Ready? Strike! It's over! Get up!
I like this.
Yeah! Be gone! Ready? No escape! It's over! Be gone! No escape!
I like this.
Be gone! Strike! It's over!
Ready? Purging Prince around.
Everyone, are you all right?
Gotcha, Gald.
Ready, everyone? Fire!
Tiger Blade!
Leave it to me!
Keep it up!
Hit him hard and fast. Vermilion Crimson! Burning Dawn! I better get it together.
The ruins are calling me.
Be on your guard! An aged Trent. Like it sounds, it's quite old.
I'm getting old just listening to your explanation.
Activist hormones are very resilient. Won't be patient.
Vermilion
This is
Crimson!
over!
Burn away!
Purgatory Flame! Won't lose!
Vermilion Crimson! Burning Shot! Purgatory Flame!
Vermilion Crescent! Burning Shot!
It's over!
Burning Shot! Predatory Fire!
How's this?
Burn away! Well, that's a wrap.
I can sense the ancient tongue. We're near one.
We won't be defeated.
Yeah! Blaze them!
Burn away! Predatory Fire!
Hellions have low vitality. Cut hard and fast.
Vermilion Crescent! Burn away!
Not yet!
Vermilion
It's
Crescent!
over!
Burn away!
Everyone! Be gone! Strike! How's
Burn
this?
away! Predatory
Be
Fire!
gone!
No one else gets it! Colors of
Tiger Blade! Let's keep it up! How's
Burn
this?
away!
Get him! Ready? No escape!
Vermilion
It's
Crescent!
over!
Burn away!
Everyone okay?
Outsiders! Hey, didn't they say in school not to use that word? Oh, oops. Hello.
Hello there!
Is this new-looking building your school?
That's right. The village chief built it. For the future of the village.
A school!
It's a bit plain compared to the rest of the town, don't you think?
Are you kidding? We didn't have anything like this in my village.
We always did want one, though.
I'm Slenge, the chief of this village. What brings you two all the way out to our tiny corner of the continent?
Oh, well, we're looking for a...
We're here for work, researching what people eat out on the frontier. Stuff like that.
Your efforts are very much appreciated. Thankfully, our village has been spared the ravages of famine.
In fact, it's even more bountiful than in years past.
And we have the chief to thank for it. If there's anything we can help you with, don't hesitate to ask.
You say that like you own the place.
Seems like a nice village.
Sort of reminds me of Alicia.
Saray.
I know. We'll split up and try and find some clues about the Pope. What's wrong, Edna?
Nothing. Just thinking about how Meebo insulted me earlier.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, it looks like there's some kind of ruin in the back of the village. And it's a pretty darn old one to boot.
How old do you think?
It's probably from before the Dark Period. It might be even older than I am.
You don't mean from the temperance of Avarost. If that's true, then this is an incredible find. Wait. Hey, Edna? How old are...
What?
Never mind. Dezel.
No.
Well, if you do come across anything, let me know.
One thing bothers me. The chief. There was something out of place in his personal effects.
His glasses. Lenses are a precious rarity. They're usually only available to those of nobility or holy orders.
And Slenge only showed up here recently. There's dots there if you want to connect them.
You mean to say the chief is...
I'm just saying the possibility is there. Don't quote me on it.
I'll look further into it. Thank you.
Don't.
Huh?
All I'm saying is there's no need to thank me.
All right. There's a ruin!
Wait!
You think they came here to apprehend the chief?
They better not. Without our chief, Gododin is doomed.
There's no cause for worry yet. As long as they stay out of the Pure Land, we'll be all right.
Malevolence!
Let's go.
There was malevolence coming from the chief. Why?
I bet we'll find the answer inside that ruin.
Yeah.
A destroyed entrance, huh?
Well, that looks hopeless.
Oh, does it now?
Edna, you could use your powers.
Give it a try.
I certainly might. If you were to ask like so. Lady Edna, please do something about these rocks.
This is no time to be joking around.
Mikleo can't take Lady Edna anywhere, can he?
Oh, are you still hung up on that?
Come on, spit it out. Lady Edna, I beg you to move these rocks which I, the pitiful Meebo, cannot.
Hey, that's longer.
Well, I charge interest.
Edna, I think that's enough teasing for now.
We need you to do something about these rocks, Edna. Please help us.
I didn't mean you.
Maybe not. But I'm as guilty as anyone here of taking you and your powers for granted. Even though I've seen malevolence born from that very mentality. Gratitude is vital in all actions. Whether you're worshipping the Seraphim, or simply journeying with friends.
Seriously, it's fine. I'll give you my ability, the giant strength.
FYI, Saray doesn't get jokes.
Nice. I'll try breaking down these rocks that the meek and pitiful Meebo couldn't.
Not you too!
He really doesn't get jokes.
What mighty power!
Oh?
What is this place? Some sort of warehouse?
You got that right. For the stuff that's quickly becoming all the rage amongst the nobility these days.
Elixir?
It's fake. But my body feels oddly warm.
That's because it's packed with energy drink garbage. Did I mention this stuff is highly addictive?
Make one sale and we'll race back for more. Pretty devious.
So, is this stuff being sold officially under the authority of the church?
The certificate carries the authentic stamp of the Church of Rollins, but it looks like the sales profits are all going to this village.
So that's what you meant about tracking the flow of money.
If there's someone in Gadaden who can create an official certificate...
It has to be the missing Pope!
That explains the village's mystery funds.
And the malevolence from the chief.
So they're either conspirators or
the chief is the Pope.
You! What are you doing in here?
That has to be... Could it really be?
The chief?
As your assault!
There! Got it! Perfect flame surrounds me!
burst!
Ocean!
Burst!
Breakdown! As your assault! Burst! Ocean blitz! As your assault!
We got it! That blue flame!
Breakdown!
I'll jump at you.
Saint Zero! Breakdown! As your assault! Blue flurry! Ocean blitz!
Rising sand!
Blue flurry! Burst! Blue flurry!
Rising
Burst!
sand!
Yeah, we
Well,
did it!
that's
Done
that.
it! All together now! 1, 2...
So we're going
yeah!
now? Wait,
Oh,
what's
come
our
on,
cue?
guys!
It's not the chief?
So you are here to capture the chief. I knew it! I'll die before I allow that.
Enough! What is the meaning of this?
Are you Pope Macedra?
I see you've done your homework.
What would drive you to do such a thing?
I would ask the same. I never desired the title of Pope. So then, why must I continue to perform its functions? I originally joined the Holy Order in order to give a small blessing, a glimmer of hope, to my family and those around me. But that is all.
But there are so many who cherish you. Sergei and the rest of the knights, and...
I know that! That's why I worked so hard. I did all I could. I toiled for years and years, with no self-regard, for the sake of everyone. And then... I took a look around me, and there was no trace of my family left behind. They had scorned me as a man with no regard for his household. What was it all for? What fruits had I to show for my endless labors?
Were you involved with the war against Highland?
I abandoned everything. The war, my country, even my people. At that point, I was beyond all caring. I fled into the forest to meet my death, but these folks rescued me. The good and gentle people of Gododin asked nothing of me, content merely to treat me as if I were one of their own family.
And so naturally he wanted to give something back to the village.
Even if it meant dealing fake elixir.
I care for neither the Empire nor the Church. Call me a coward if you like, but now I live for the sake of... my family, the villagers.
Your family?
I can sympathize with him for sure, but nevertheless, we need to bring him back.
We can't get the spiritual powers without deciphering the inscription. And the Cardinal is too much to handle for the knights alone.
But, on the other hand, without the protection and leadership of the chief, what will become of Gododin?
The same could be said for Pendrago. You see the problem?
It was him running away that caused this mess. Why should he get a free pass?
There's gotta be a way around this. Maybe he could crack the code for us and head right back here?
But you know what the knights in the church are like right now.
You think they just let him walk away?
Chief!
Are you okay?
There's no cause for alarm. My need here is finished.
Everyone, please calm yourselves. Worry not, we are safe. The man standing before you is the real Shepherd. Shepherd, there's something I dearly hope you will understand. The villagers bear none of the blame here. This was all my doing.
I just wanted to know the truth. That's all. So I'm leaving, as of now. Is that okay?
I'm not sure. But what I do know is that you seem to trust this fellow. And that's enough for me.
Rose.
Some things in the world come down to more than just black and white.
I am sure Sergei and the Knights will understand as well.
But the real issue is, how are we going to get through the Cardinal's domain?
Yeah, that. I wonder if we can crack it.
The inscription's code?
What, ourselves?
It's not that crazy, is it? It's a man-made puzzle after all. Might even be fun.
That may be, but we better at least ask this guy for a hint or two.
Shepherd, if you don't mind, please follow me.
What is this?
shepherd is granted 4 powers: earth, water, fire, and wind. They are the blade that shall cleave the Lord of Calamity. Scattered across this land are the shrines of trials. They too are of earth, water, fire, and wind. Tests they are of power and spirit. The power is brought forth in the spirit, and the spirit captures the power. With balance may malevolence be purified. With imbalance does the body smolder and burn. Test thyself, shepherd, and brandish thy might. Rise to the challenge, and stake thy will on the outcome.
The sacred inscription!
He had it memorized?
Not bad, even if it's still gibberish.
What he means is...
We can obtain 4 different powers in 4 different places, and for each one you have to pass a trial, I think.
what he said.
Got it. So we just have to find those places.
Yeah, or don't tell me this is one of them.
Indeed it is, Shepherd. This is Igraine, the Shrine of the Trial of Fire.
May we enter? Funny time to start asking permission, I guess.
The Shrine of the Trial is rife with danger. I cannot guarantee your survival. Will you still go?
Of course, hidden powers in a secret shrine? I'm there.
Then go forth, young shepherd, and face your trial. This place exists for you.
Giant strength, huh? I hate to admit it, but Earth Seraphim sure are powerful.
Ugh.
Edna?
Ouch! After using giant strength, my body gets all kinds of sore. Can you just try not to touch me?
Oh, sorry.
As you can see, I have a slender build, so by nature, I can't really hold anything heavier than an umbrella. I'm the most ladylike lady that ever ladied, you know.
Well, whatever. But it does make sense that using such great power has a trade-off somewhere.
Just don't tell Saray about it. I don't want him to get all worried about me.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
And just so we're clear, it doesn't mean that it's okay to touch me whenever I'm not using my powers. Got it?
Yeah, I know.
I ate too much today. My stomach's all achy.
Oh my, you shouldn't stuff yourself like that, Rose.
By the way, I was curious. Can Seraphim get upset stomachs or gain weight?
To say it in a fairy tale sort of way, your thoughts become reality.
What's that supposed to mean?
We won't gain weight from consuming calories, but we will from thinking, I'll gain weight if I eat this much.
Whoa! So does that mean you'll be okay as long as you don't think like that?
No. Denying the reality of things leads to malevolence. A seraph must not be detached from reality. So at the end of it all, you could say we're the same as humans.
This is so confusing.